What madness it is here. The Rangers board and coaching staff seem to work 24 hours a day, but today it looks like the players are fleeing Rangers like the Green fans run from the police. Today we have crucial updates on Cyriel Dessers' departure. It also seems that Todd Cantwell is on his way out, and where he's headed will surprise you. The biggest heartbreak of my life will be if the rumors of Jack Butland returning to the Premier League are true. Those are offers that can't be refused. But we have a saving grace today, a potential signing from Motherwell amidst these exits. Before I spill the beans, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around until the end, so you don't miss any of the nitty-gritty details. Alright, let's dive into the latest buzz about Cyriel Dessers and his potential move away from Rangers. So, Cyriel Dessers has caught the eye of Serie A side Cagliari. As per reports from Tutto Mercato Web, they're considering a move for our striker, who's valued at €5 million, guys, that's about £4.2 million. Now it's interesting because Cagliari's sporting director, Nerio Bonato, hinted that they've got some moves lined up, and one of them could very well be for Dessers. He's talking about integrating certain roles to help the club grow from Serie B to safety in Serie A. Now let's take a moment to look back at Dessers' journey. Last season he had his ups and downs, no doubt about it. Early on, fans were less than impressed, and who can blame them? The Nigerian striker missed some crucial chances. But as the season progressed, he started to turn things around, ending up with 22 goals. Quite the comeback story, isn't it? Despite that, it looks like his time at Ibrox might be coming to an end. Cagliari isn't the only club sniffing around. There's been interest from Greek side PAOK, as well as clubs in France, Spain, and even Saudi Arabia. If Dessers does leave, it would be better for Rangers to seal the deal sooner rather than later, giving Philippe Clement and Niels Koppen time to bring in a solid replacement. Speaking of replacements, Hamza Igamani's arrival is a positive step, and Danilo's return from injury is another boost. But let's be honest, the squad still looks a bit short, especially if we're serious about challenging Celtic next season. A headline signing like Bojan Miovski or Lawrence Shankland would be fantastic, and let's not forget about the possibility of Abdallah Sima returning from Brighton, which would be a huge boost. There's also some chatter about a potential loan-to-buy deal for Dessers with Cagliari. Now, this kind of deal might make fans a bit nervous because it's not ideal for Rangers. We need the cash up front to reinvest in the squad. But there seems to be some confusion about this. The original Italian reports didn't mention a loan-to-buy deal, so it might just be speculation. So, what's next for Dessers? If Cagliari or any other club comes in with a solid offer, it could see him heading out the door. It's a crucial time for Rangers, and every move needs to be spot on as we gear up for the new season. It looks like Rangers have got their eyes on a young starlet from Motherwell, and it's none other than Lennon Miller. Picture this. Our scouts were spotted at Fir Park last weekend, and it wasn't just for the pies. Nope, they were there to check out young Miller in action during his first preseason outing. And guess what? The lad didn't disappoint. Motherwell beat Livingston 2-1, and Miller had a hand in the second goal. Talk about making an impression. Now let's talk numbers. The 17-year-old had a bit of a breakthrough last season, racking up 32 appearances and even shining against Celtic. Oh, and he found the net twice, against Elgin and East Fife. Not bad for a youngster, eh? Our gaffer, Philippe Clement, has been clear about wanting a squad revamp this term. But it seems like Miller might just be the cherry on top when it comes to bringing in younger talent with the potential to make us some serious cash down the line. The tricky part, Miller's under contract with Motherwell until 2026 thanks to an extension he penned back in November. So, Stuart Kettlewell's lot are in a pretty strong position if we decide to make an official move for the youngster. But hey, if he keeps playing like he did against Livingston, it might just be a matter of time before we see him donning the famous blue shirt. Keep your eyes peeled because this could get interesting. So, what do you think? Fancy seeing young Lennon Miller at Ibrox? Let's have a natter about Todd Cantwell. Now there's been some chatter that he might be off to Saudi Arabia, of all places. The Scottish Sun's got the scoop, the 3 July, saying he could be looking at a megabucks move to the Saudi Pro League with Al Qadsiya. And get this, former Rangers chief exec James Bisgrove is now in the boardroom over there, so there's a chance for a bit of a reunion. But here's where it gets interesting. Dan Bardell from Sky Sports and TalkSport isn't too sure about it. He reckons the Saudi market isn't throwing cash around like they did last season. They seem to be going after cheaper, experienced players. So, would Cantwell even want to go there? Bardell isn't convinced. He points out that Todd's pretty much rebuilt his career at Rangers after a rough patch at Norwich and Bournemouth. Now, let's look at the numbers. Cantwell racked up 44 appearances last season, bagging 8 goals and 5 league assists. Not too shabby, eh? He's been a bit of a mixed bag for some fans, but you can't deny he's been putting in the work. Philippe Clement, our gaffer, is busy with a squad rebuild this summer. We've already seen the likes of John Lundstram and Borna Barisic head out the door. Losing Cantwell might not be on Clement's wish list, especially as he's looking to catch up with our old firm rivals, so what do you reckon? Is Cantwell off to Saudi for a big payday, or is he sticking around to help us push for glory next season? Alright, let's have a chinwag about our man Jack Butland. Heading into the summer, there were whispers and worries that Rangers might have to sell Butland to fund what's proving to be a bit of a tricky rebuild. But as with much at Rangers, things haven't turned out quite as expected. Now our number one, who didn't get the nod from Gareth Southgate for Euro 2024, is still a top asset at Ibrox. There were concerns that Premier League clubs would come knocking for him this summer, but so far it's been all quiet on that front. Rangers, it seems, are ready to raise necessary funds by offloading up to 7 players, which makes Butland's departure seem even less likely. Adding to that, one of his confirmed suitors, Nottingham Forest, have moved on and signed another goalkeeper. In January, Forest showed a strong interest in Butland. Our keeper, now 31, wasn't too keen on leaving after settling in Glasgow last season. Missing out on an England spot might have been a blow, but it didn't change his feelings about staying at Ibrox. With the possibility of James Tavernier leaving, Butland is first in line for the captain's armband, giving him even more reason to stay put. Forest, who spent £6 million on Matt Sells in January, have just signed Brazilian goalkeeper Carlos Miguel for £3.4 million from Corinthians, so it looks like they won't be coming back for Butland anytime soon. For now, Butland is staying with us. There's been a bit of a shake-up in the goalie department. John McLaughlin has left, Liam Kelly has returned, and Robbie McCrory is reportedly close to moving to Kilmarnock. With the transfer window hitting a crucial stage, it's hard to see Rangers letting Butland go. But as we know, money talks in football. If someone comes in with the right offer, reportedly up to £15 million, it might be tough to say no. So, there you have it. What do you reckon? Should we keep our star keeper or cash in if the right offer comes along? Let me know in the comments, give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest Rangers updates. Cheers!